Hello guys, how are you doing today? This is Mike, and I'm here sitting with my M1 MacBook, and I'm sitting with a Windows computer. And as I mentioned the other day, why am I running remote desktop to Windows 10 and not using parallels? Well, number one, I already have the computer, it's free, so that's one reason. Number two, it's just like I'm running my Windows computer, and on occasion I still like running Windows. Some of my favorite programs are in Windows. Um, I'm sure there's some processing of the M1 remotely even, um, and I still have the full power of my Mac. When you go to Parallels or Crossover or some of the other ones, you have to give up, I think it's VM, you have to give up some of your processing power, whereas this window machine is actually doing some of the processing power for me, especially when I'm surfing the web. For instance, let's go down to battery. Battery tells me that there is no, let's turn this light off for a second. There's no significant use of the battery. It's probably not clear because, and that's even when I'm surfing the web, the same thing comes up because the other computer is actually processing the web. And I find that my battery life, even though the M1 is excellent battery life, it becomes even better when you're letting the other machine surf the web for you or do YouTube videos or what have you. Now, certainly you give up some of the processing power on the M1, even though they say it is faster running Windows through virtual machine. I personally don't care about that. I rather full power of my M1, even if I'm running Windows remotely. And then on top of that, I'm sure your battery life would suffer. And then there's been a lot of controversy about swap files and your extra swap and extra unnecessary writes to your SSD, because anyone who knows these later Macs, you cannot change out the SSD. It's soldered in along with the memory, so what you buy is what you get. And if the SSD goes out, that's it. Lights, whatever. And some people feel that because of the writes problem and the high writing, which is another reason I don't use Rosetta very much. I'll use Universal, but I won't use Mac apps, is because I don't like those extra writes on my SSD. I think this is a good thing. Where at times when I want to surf the web or want to use Windows, I can use this. On top of that, I don't know if I said it right. You have all the ports. All these ports, instead of the 2 ports here, I'm not limited by the 2 ports you see here. I have all the ports available running it. And Bluetooth works very well on this. I have these headphones. I may do a review on them because they're, for the price, they're very good. Very good headphones. But anyway, I may do a dual boot situation where you have an exterior drive and download it again. I understand it may do that. I may try that and I'll let you guys see what I found. But as a follow-up, I actually like when I want to run Windows, and I don't know if it's because of the M1, which I'm sure is processing to a certain extent, it opens up websites right away. They say, well, that might be because the other computer. Yeah, it's possible, but look at the speed. It's not hurting at all remotely. There's no lag. Now, granted, when I use this, I usually go to another part of the house, but there's no lag. Sometimes on a video, I might get a slight lag, especially in the other part of my building, but it's very good. Now, let me show you a few things here. When you shut down, you can turn off and reboot the computer from here, but you can disconnect from either way. Either disconnect from the computer itself or disconnect from the remote, the top bar here. And what's handy is you have your name of your computer if you use more than one Windows computer, which I'm thinking about doing. Maybe one that's a little faster. But like I said, I think some processing being done by the M1 even in this situation. Everything works quite fast. Anyway, that's all I have for now. But this might be another alternative, and it's the Microsoft Remote Desktop. If you want to know which one I use, there's several of them out there. I believe Parallels actually has a remote desktop. I think there's a subscription price. Anyway, this is a follow-up to what I did the other day, and I hope everybody has a good day and take care, and we'll see you around.